Hi everyone, this is Matt from DrawingTutorialsOnline.com. I just want to give you a quick hello. We've got a really cool drawing lesson coming up. What is this one all about for you in YouTube land? Well, basically it's a coaching call. And what I have now offered up on DTO is we are now offering coaching. So how does it work? Well, basically somebody signs up for the coaching, they upload their drawings to a private gallery, I give them an hour-long video critique, and then we follow up with phone calls, and this goes back and forth over the timeline of a month to 2 months. We have short-term coaching and long-term coaching. So if you visit my website and you click on the word shop, you can read about it there. Now let's get into the drawing lesson. This one's all about the portrait and 2 ovals for the skull. I think you're really going to dig this. So you just got to, this is what I want you to do. Go over, go over, go over, go over. As I stumble over my words, just keep going over your line. Okay? So what you're doing is you're doing one clean, non-aesthetically pleasing line. And so that's fine sometimes, but when you're doing this technique, you have to find a happy medium between these two. This is too much, this is too clean. Okay, so let's try it again and a little bit of a happy medium. So basically, that's cool. And now let's really curve it. Curve it, come down the other way. So what you're doing is you're doing a very clean antiseptic line, and then you're coming and you're going kind of like that. And what that is doing is just stiffening up everything. Now, I see that you loosened up as you progressed, so I'm being a little hard on you right now. But that is it in a nutshell. Now, if we talk about a cylinder, that's one way to draw a cylinder. But a better way is to really get that round curve right at the edge. Right at the edge, you really curve it. So it's just hyper curved right at the edge plane. So this is very, very important that you practice that type of ellipse and not this type of ellipse. Okay? All right. Let's move these brushes over. We don't need to see those. Now, let's just do ahead. I need my history. Good. So in essence now, if I was going to do a pure profile, 2 ovals of the equal size. So this forehead oval just overlaps. Now I can come on in and just establish the back of my skull. Okay, so now I know that this is going to be my jaw, and my jaw has 3 angles. This angle, and then we're a little flat at the bottom. So now I just get this from years and years of drawing. I know that there's an eye socket shape. I know that the nose is going to come out of that eye socket shape. And I know there's an angle area like that for the mouth. So all the lips and the chin live on that one angle. So now from history and drawing a lot, I know that the neck kind of starts from about here. Okay. And now ear placement is really super, super important. So in this particular case, I usually notice that if I feel my jaw, like this angle, it goes right up to where the center hole is of my ear. So my ear is usually going to be like right here. Now everybody's ear is different. I've drawn models where their ear is like really low on the head, and then I've drawn models where their ears are huge. But this is just for your memory. Roughly between the eyelashes and the eyebrow is top of the ear. Everybody is different. And then roughly between the bottom of the ear and the bottom of the nose. So do you see how loose that is? And I don't even like my eye socket area. So your eye socket area is right about here. Okay? And then you just put shadow, an angle, an angle, angle, And now you have a mouth. And now the eye is very simple. It's just very cool. Lash, iris, shadow. Okay, so now for this particular view, it's going to be, so you have vertebrae here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cervical vertebrae, and you can see this bump on your upper back. I know, I see it on mine, I see it on my kids. It almost looks like there's a vertebrae sticking out. So that is where your shoulder tops are going to start. So that would be our shoulder top. Now I can extend it over to the other side of the shoulders, and then we have the side of the body. Okay, it's a little frumpy for me, but it works. So here's our vertebrae, and then we just kind of come on down. Now, let's do a different view. So let's do the view that you have, all right? So let me just move this over so I can get a better feel for it. So now, oval. So now this is where we tried, it doesn't look exact, but we tried to get this height to be the same as that width, okay? That's kind of cool. So now, let's do yours right here. So that's your head, so pretty much center line. We didn't talk about the center line on the profile, but center line, let's just shoulder tops. Shoulder tops are huge. Now that person doesn't really have too much of a neck right there, so we'll adjust. We'll adjust. So now you have yours looking down, right? So eyes are roughly in the middle of the head. Do the ellipse thing like we just spoke about. Okay, so now I kind of have where my eyes are. So here is my nose. Bottom of the nose is what? Gonna wrap around. So now we have top of the ear, bottom of the ear. We can actually push that ear back. See, what you're doing on yours is your ear is too far forward. So let's push it back a little bit more. Cool. So that's the genesis right there. Now, is it perfect? No. So, okay, this is why I call it the memory drawing tutorial and not completely drawn out of your imagination. Because now what you can do is just try to remember some things that you've drawn in live class. So a couple of angles over here, couple of angles, and you know, maybe that's going to wrap around. And so now we just say, okay, here's our chin, and this jaw is going to have 3 angles. So look at that. That's pretty structured right there. Again, we're not about perfection at this point. So now we have our sternomastoid, which you did, and that is lovely. Comes down to the center. Comes down to the center. Shoulder tops. We're simplifying. We are oversimplifying right now. So collarbone. Collarbone, and oversimplification. Okay, so now it's eyebrow, eye socket. Lips are in between the bottom of the nose and the chin. Okay, so now we can just do eyebrow, eye socket. Now there's a lot of things that I'm not putting in. I'm not putting in the cheekbones. I'm not putting in a lot of doodads over here. We're not talking about form yet. We're just talking about these 2 ovals. Now, let me get a new image. Okay. So I hope that helped you. That oval there is just too small, and your ovals are the horizontal one, this and that for a profile. Okay. So, but in life drawing class, the ear placement is just so crucial, and you measure from here to here. But from memory drawing, you just kind of do the ear in tandem with that jaw. So now, the other thing that, this is actually quite a beautiful drawing that you did. The other thing that you want to do is don't outline the jaw so much, because when you do, you basically cut the face from the neck. Okay, so this just needs to be lower. These are actually really working for me. They're just stiff. That's all. They're just stiff. So what's the antidote to stiffness? You hear my hand? Hopefully. You put all the weight on your hand and not on the pencil point. This would be all of the weight on the pencil point. You hear my, I don't want to ruin the Cintiq nib. That's not my hand. This is my hand. Okay? So don't put so much weight on your pencil point. Put more weight on your hand. These are actually quite lovely. So you just, there is, if we quickly draw the two ovals in a very organic way. So that's my two ovals right there, but without drawing the two ovals. So here is an oval. Here is an oval. So there's a little bump. If you can feel it right now, go behind your ear and feel that bony bump. That is called your sternomastoid muscle. No, sternomastoid attaches to the mastoid process. Anytime you hear the word process in anatomy, it just means there's like a little bump where a muscle tendon attaches to. So your little mastoid process is right behind the ear. That starts from there. So this is actually pretty darn good. You just have to kind of sit back and look. Is the neck too long? Is the neck too short? Of course, there's all different shapes and sizes of people. So it depends on who and what you want to draw. Do you want to draw like a really thick, heavy muscle guy? Do you want to draw an elegant, tall, swanky woman? So this is very elegant and tall. This is very short and muscular. And then just be careful of the egg on the cup syndrome. So this is not the egg on the cup. This is borderline egg on the cup. So you have those straight lines and then you have the egg on top of it. So again, break the jaw, okay? So in essence here, on one side you just lighten that jawline and then you put it in, but you don't make it so dark. And so in this particular case, over here, you put it in and you don't make it so dark, and then the head is a little bit more attached. But those are all quite lovely. This one, you're missing the back of her head. So if we try to draw her, so it's this one oval, then we wrap around, and where her eyes are is where that other oval is going to start. See it? So now this is so cool. I love doing this. I don't do this enough. My eyebrows, I'm drawing them too close together today. Nose is going to wrap around. Lips wrap around. So now the hair is, and then we didn't put the ears in, so top of the ear would be way over there. So much fun. Look at that. That is so much fun. Sometimes I do really good drawings and sometimes I do really terrible drawings. You just have to know, like, to accept the good with the bad. That is so much fun. So I think the only difference between my drawings right now and yours is the look and feel, not the technique. It's the aesthetic, not the technique. Now that is different. Your technique is sound, with the exception of the ear placement. It's your aesthetic. You have to draw bigger and with a slightly dull pencil. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching this video tutorial. If you liked that and you want to find out more about the coaching, like I said, just come on over to the website, click on shop. If you haven't come over to the website and you're not on our email subscription list and you are not getting those free videos, it's a must that you visit and you click over here on sign up to get our free series of videos of how to draw the figure from your memory. So that is a must. And if you want to inquire about the coaching, well, then just click on the shop, okay? No biggie. So what else is coming up down the pike? Well, I just did a whole sketchbook review for my whole freshman class, and there are 6 students who have killer sketchbooks. So I'm going to be filming sketchbooks every single Friday for the next month, and the next one that we're going to post up is going to be in about a week or so, and you've got to stay tuned for this sketchbook. You're going to love it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.